Good afternoon. My name is Jamie Coulter, and I'm the CEO of Raymond James in Canada. With me today is Brianne Gardner, Senior Wealth Manager and co-founder of Velocity Investment Partners. Welcome, Brianne.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jamie.
This is great. I'm really looking forward to our conversation today. We're going to spend all of our time focusing on a really neat program that's been up and running now for a couple of years, and it's called the Investment Professional Leadership Program. And so what we're looking to do today really is provide an overview of the what I call IPLP and sort of where it fits in with the wealth management industry's training and professional development landscape. And I'm really glad to have you here. You're a recent participant, and I'm looking forward to getting your insights into the program.
Yeah, I'm excited, and hopefully I can share a lot of insightful things for other people to participate in the program in the future, because I definitely learned a lot and had a lot to take away from it.
Excellent. Well, let's get right into it. So the Investment Professional Leadership Program, or IPLP, is a professional development program for financial advisors offered by the Ivey Business School and developed in collaboration with the Investment Industry Association of Canada, or IAC. So Brianne, as you sort of draw on your experience as an IPLP participant in the past year, can you share an overview of the program and where it fits within the wealth management industry's training landscape?
Yeah, I think that the program, as you kind of mentioned, is intended to help advisors kind of triage where you should be focusing your intention in your business. To kind of sum it up, it definitely helps you understand that you can't do everything all at once, as much as we try, but to kind of identify priorities and what you can and should be implementing now, and then maybe what you should be implementing in the future. So I think developing that plan of action for yourself and for your business is kind of the big picture of it. And as you mentioned, the wealth management industry is certainly constantly changing. And so is the future of advice. Whether it's through increased competition, fee compression, regulatory environment changing, technology disruptions, the trust that people have in us, digitalization, it's just really constant. And I think we are becoming more, and I say this a lot even to my clients, we're more than just money managers now.
I think I think you're bang on there. So I had an opportunity to interview Chuck Grace, who's the lead program director for the IPLP last year. And in that conversation, he talked about the tidal forces of change. And I think you explored that at the outset of the program. And you sort of hit on some of them: regulatory change, technology disruption, digitization, evolving client needs. I think one of the interesting things that maybe tease out here is what the program doesn't actually focus on. And so, as you said, you're talking about some of these tidal forces of change on one hand, but we don't spend a lot of time on investment strategy, portfolio construction, etc. So maybe just dive into that part a little bit.
Yeah, I think something that I certainly took away, and maybe, I didn't have that mindset coming into it, is that the program isn't a product, right? It's not selling something. It's not doing the nitty gritty of the investment side. We're looking at the industry as a whole, but it's a lot of self-reflection. So, coming into this course, you have to be definitely willing to learn. The answers kind of aren't at the back of a textbook. You're not going to find them there. You have to take your own life experiences and that you have personal to you and the tools you've learned over the years. And it's going to be different for every single person. So everyone, I think, gets something a little bit different out of this course, and something deeper really hits you, whether it's business or on the personal side. So I think it enables everyone to really have a positive, meaningful experience, but not strictly on, the money management, the investment, the outlook, things like that. It teaches you how to become a business owner. And for me, it's like constant growth, constant change. What are we trying to change? What does it take to get that change? Do we need to even make that change? So it's definitely deep reflecting for sure.
I like how you phrase that there, get you to think like a business owner, and you are a business owner. So, successful founder, co-founder of Velocity Investment Partners, based in Vancouver, with your team, and hopefully the IPLP program really gave you an opportunity to sort of do a deep dive on the business aspect of your practice. So
Yeah,
just
I think I
go
agree.
ahead.
I definitely agree. I think to become, how to become a better leader, not only for myself, for my business partner, for my team, for the firm, but also for my clients. So I think this course definitely helps you to define what your purpose is, and much bigger than just individually.
And I think that's, again, kind of the objective of the program. It's not, it is to help business owners run better businesses, develop kind of tangible leadership skills. In some respects, and I hesitate to use this a little bit, but the analogy I've sometimes used is it's sort of like almost like a mini MBA for financial advisors. So it's not duplicating the efforts of other practice management programs that sit in the industry. It's meant to be unique in and of itself, and again, allow you as the lead advisor, or with co-advisors, sort of look into HR issues, technology integration issues, business development issues, and the like, and I do it all in one, tidy little package spread out over 3.5 or 4 months.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, even having done my MBA, this is definitely more tailored to the wealth management industry and how we can help with our business, with our clients, with change in our industry. So I would say, yeah, definitely similar to kind of a mini MBA, but more tailored to the wealth management industry and business in general.
Thank you. So when you first signed up for the program, what were you hoping to get out of it? And how did the actual experience match up with your goals and expectations?
Yeah, I think I've been fortunate enough to be on a lot of successful teams across Canada, and then eventually, start from an licensed assistant, associate advisor, to having my own business now. And for me, it was about, I was hoping to learn to be a better leader in the industry, and to learn from others and kind of develop the skill set that I needed and I wanted in order to continue to grow on this exponential growth that I want, to be able to pivot and kind of excel my business. I certainly came out with all of those things, and definitely a lot more. Looking back, I think, and reflecting on the course, I would say it certainly exceeded my expectations. I came out of it, I would say, as a new person. It was definitely a life-changing experience for me. I think I was going through a lot personally, and within the business as well. And it wasn't just because of the effort that I put into the course, which I think is also important. Like, you have to have an open mindset, be willing to share ideas. But I think the mentors, the instructors, and the other advisors from all different firms who were able to collaborate, explore, create, and really do a deep dive into not only your strengths, but also blind spots and gaps that you might have not realized or addressed yourself, and really how to overcome those.
I think that's a great summary of the program, what you kind of got out of it. Are you able to give us sort of a specific example of something you've been able to implement that you learned in the program?
Yeah, I think, for me specifically, my 3 biggest pain points that I was able to address were really my mental health, my capacity, and my time. Our team addressed our business. We addressed those pain points together and kind of created a roadmap on how to move forward. We involved not only the team, but clients, branch management, other advisors, leaders in the firm to kind of help implement these going forward as well. And to be able to free up capacity for me and time is where should my time be better utilized? And now we outsource, a team coach we hired. We have recently hired someone to take over our social media. We've revamped our processes and looking at hiring potentially a new member in the fall as well. So additional capacity for me will allow me to spend more time focusing on the growth, on the branding initiatives, on increasing, our business which is my strength as a leader for this, for Velocity. So I think that even if I think about RJ's motto, right? Life well lived. That was definitely a key takeaway for me, is to take care of ourselves. And I think as leaders and of our business and business owners, sometimes we put our self-care and mental health to the back of the table. And that's something, to better take care of our clients and our business, personal and physical. I think we need to prioritize our own health. And so a great analogy they always use, and I also reflect on that, is an athlete. If you want to be the best of the best at something, whether it's in this industry, a professional athlete, an accountant, anything, you have to have not only take care of your body physically, whether that's walking an hour a day, whether that's going to yoga, whether that's meditating, and mentally, whether that's, looking at resources that are provided or having a therapist or someone to talk to. I think that is so important to having longevity in the business and taking care of yourself. So that was something that I definitely took away from it, learning to be agile and adaptable. Working on the business, not always in the business, which I think is hard for a lot of us, but should certainly be prioritized. And I think at the end of the day, it all circles back to what is the benefit to our clients? How can we benefit our clients? So, by doing all of these things, that's really what we're circling back to, is, at the end of the day, how can we better serve our clients?
Like that client first philosophy you've got there. And I think you're bang on. And others have heard me say this in the past. You can't take care of your clients if you don't take care of yourself first. And sounds like you've adapted and implemented a lot of change just coming out of that program alone. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
The program is now preparing for its third intake, and that'll be next spring. It has drawn participants from across the country and from across different firms. For advisors who might be interested in signing up for the program, can you paint a picture of what taking part looks like in terms of time commitment, in person versus online, collaborating with other advisors, et cetera? What does that look? What does sort of a day in the life look like in the program?
Yeah, I think, the commitment was 3 to 4 months. And we spent time in London at the Ivy campus, which was great. And they're usually, intensive blocks. So it can be 3 to 4 days of, we're learning, we're collaborating, we're everything, with professors, with coaches, with teachers, with leaders in the industry, and they're full days. But I think, again, the time you put in and that commitment really helps you to be able to lead down the road. So we did London, we did Banff, which was beautiful, and then did Toronto, and then did, there's also fun social which is part of the fun as well, is taking what you learned, then talking to others about it that are there, whether it's 20 to 25 people, their advisors, their PMs, their leaders from their firms and multiple different firms, right? So I think the relationships and even the friendships I built from this is something that I know will last a lifetime. And I think interacting with these other participants and balancing your ongoing work as well, it's important to make sure that your team is aware of the time commitment, you're aware, but I think if you have that open dialogue and are willing to collaboratively share, that it's amazing. I would say, yeah, it's kind of more for the mid career investment professionals, 10 to 15 years experience, who are looking to really take their practice and their business to the next level. So it's an ongoing process, though. It doesn't end when the course ends. I would say you're constantly reflecting, reviewing, and revisiting everything. And even the leaders that participated in this, we meet, whether internally within Raymond James, we meet on a monthly basis, or also external leaders and advisors. They allow you to constantly reach out to them too. So there's some online session work, but a lot of it we did was in person, which I think was very valuable for us.
I kind of reflected on the opening day that I was able to attend this year, and I was sort of amazed at how quickly this group of advisors, both within our firm and then across other firms, were able to sort of open up with each other in relatively short order. Did you find that? Were you sort of surprised by that? Was that uncomfortable, or did that kind of feel natural? And then did that build and continue through the rest of the program?
Yeah, I think, being with other advisors at competing firms, sure, the start of it, everyone is a little bit more, should we have these walls up? Should we be a little bit more secretive? But once you're kind of through that first hurdle, we all realize we're here for the same reasons, right? We want to be leaders. We want to make change. We want to implement that. We want to grow our businesses, and we can all share different things and collaborate together and still help our clients, help our business. And we're not directly, I'm not competing right there with them. There's enough money on the street, I always say, for everyone to have successful businesses. And I think just being able to open up and share really made this whole experience worthwhile. And it always makes me reflect back onto remembering, remember why I started, remember why I got into this industry, remember why I want to help clients, remember why I want to make change. So I'm really excited to kind of look forward and reflect back on 1 year from now, 3 years from now, and see how we have implemented the change in our businesses for our firm and for our industry, and see how it all plays out.
I really appreciate that perspective. That's that's a really a great one. And I think that idea, if you're already thinking about it, like I'm going to be, 12 months from now, let's look back and see what we accomplished. 36 months from now, let's look back and see, how we move the ball down the field. And I think that's a great perspective to have as you continue to run your successful advisory practice. If you're just sort of looking around for, looking ahead to that third cohort, do you have any advice for that group as they're contemplating participating in the IPLP?
Yeah, I would say it's investing in yourself and your business and your team, right? So to take anything to the next level and your business to the next level, if you want to continue to growth, or you're looking for succession plan, or you're looking to, add new people or marketing or whatever it is, we're in a constant growth mode business. So for me, I would say investing in myself, this was a step that I took. And I would say that it's already paid off in a short amount of time since completing the program. And I'm looking forward to, how it will continue to pay off over the long run. So I think that it's an amazing program. I think that the instructors are leaders in this industry. I think the experts that are pulled in are just unmatchable. And I think that anyone who participates in it will leave with the mindset that they can accomplish anything and will be the leaders of the future of this industry. So I'm excited for the next cohort and looking forward to meeting them.
Well, thank you for that. That's a really great summary and overview, and really appreciate you taking the time to share your experiences with us today. Any last parting remarks?
Don't think so. I think that, it's a great program overall. I think that we need change and the industry's constantly changing, but the timing of that change is also important. So, it's important to how you can measure that change. We are in a high stakes industry. Money is emotional, and you're going to run into differences of opinions. And really how to manage those emotions and drive collaboration is really crucial to not only your clients and the conversations you have with them, but your team and the team that you want to build around you and the firm that you want to build that at. So for me, I reflected on all of those things, and I'm excited about the future, and I'm excited about our team's growth potential over the next 1 to 3 years that we talked about, and it really excites me. So
that's great. Well, thank you very much. So I'm wrapping up today. Great conversation with Brianne Gardner, Senior Wealth Manager and co-founder of Velocity Investment Partners, sharing her perspective on the Investment Professional Leadership Program. Brianne, thank you very much for your time today, and I wish you all the best in the future.
Thanks so much, Jamie. Appreciate it.